Where?
Right here. See that?
Uh-huh.
But see how pure and clean that wall is? It's good, healthy hoof. He's got a good shaped frog.
Those ponies had some funky feet.
Ponies generally do, but that's because most people don't bother hiring a pony fairy, like a farrier.
Pony fairy.
Yes. Well, I was a pony fairy at the Ren Fair.
Yes.
But they're not the same anatomically as horse hooves. They're shaped differently, internally and externally.
Right.
And ponies founder really easily. And if you're not really on the ball about it, they end up like butterscotch. And if you're really bad, the tendon springs downward and locks the back, this tendon here, and comes down through the foot with it here, and it fastens into the hoof-shaped bone inside the hoof. And when laminitis happens, it seizes up. It's the laminae tendon. Laminitis is inflammation of the laminae. And it pulls those triangular bones down until they're pointed like a ballerina's
Inside the hoof?
inside of that shell that is the hoof. And they're walking along on it, and it just erupts out of the bottom of the hoof.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then they're fucked. And that's what Barbaro had. And they tried to run him. If you have any structural unsoundness in the leg, it's absolutely unprofessional and unsafe to perform. Leisure riding is one thing. Running him into Preakness is ridiculous. Oop! Leg done snapped. Can we get him to stand so he can put his dick in mares? That's all that mattered.
Didn't work out though, did it?
No, they made that poor horse suffer for nothing. If he'd been a mare, they would have shot him. Whoa. Gimme. Hey, bitch.
I'm surprised they didn't harvest his nads.
That wouldn't be any good.
Well, with everything that they're doing for human infertility, it might have been.
Horse semen is like, it doesn't keep well.
Oh, even frozen?
Yeah, that's why with, they don't bank it with well-renowned sires. It just doesn't keep well. Like,
Well, I know they do with cattle.
yeah, but cattle keep pretty well. And they're mass producing them. They have a lot of horse cum on backup with those high-end studs who are charging $2,000 a pop for one breeding. I mean, there's no guarantees, but they don't back up a bunch of it because no one's going to pay that much. Plus, it's a huge ordeal. Like, with cattle, usually when they're banking it, they have a huge operation, and they can afford to buy a dummy mare, a dummy heifer. they can't really do that if it's just a private farm, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I don't know anyone who wants to jump underneath. You remember Jack? Do you want to get under there?
No, thank you.
With a bottle, like, come on, boy, you can do it. Pull out, pull out. I mean, there's no horse diaphragms, so. He's leaning so bad. That dog sounds a little like rain.
Like who?
Rain.
Uh-huh.
That one.
Yeah.
It's a border collie.
Agent doesn't sound like a border collie.
Oh, he sounds like a moron.
I like his bark better than Bonzo's, though.
Bonzo has the worst bark ever.
He screams. He sounds like he's got brain damage.
He does have brain damage. You should have heard the sound he made when Jack tried to pet him. I thought someone ran him over with a blower. Don't be alarmed by my bulge. That's my iPod. I know I'm looking all sorts of manly, but
Now, does this stuff have sunblock in it also, or is it just insecticide?
it's a wound and insecticide, but it kind of stings. You put up with so much. Okay. Be free!
Yeah, look how anxious he is to run away.
Run! Run!
This is all right.
Look at that noble beast charge away. And the great white land whale lumbers off into the distance.
So we done?
Yep.